Hello everyone. Now we are in a new game. Hold on a second, we'll just adjust the brightness. So we'll go with that. So now we are in this game that's called The Call of Cthulhu. Just a bit of a different game for us to play along now. So as I'm sure many of you may know, The Call of Cthulhu is actually one of H.P. Lovecraft's most famous short stories that he wrote as part of his Cthulhu mythos. Now, a lot of this stuff is set in around about the beginning of the 20th century, and it's also around about the same area. I'm pretty sure it's in Boston. So the kind of the Boston area, they've also got Arkham, which is the pivotal point for a lot of H.P. Lovecraft stories. And like I said, The Call of Cthulhu is one of his most famous stories, alongside The Mountains of Madness and a whole host of other short stories. I'm sorry, I can't actually recall any to hand. There is a lot. I would honestly recommend reading some of the stories. There is also an audiobook on Audible, which is almost 52 hours long, and it is every single piece of H.P. Lovecraft fiction that he ever wrote, be that full stories, part of his stories, even just like one page. As every single piece that's ever been found is documented in this. Anyway, so in this game we are playing along the storyline of The Call of Cthulhu. Cthulhu is an elder god that's part of the mythos, and it is known as the sleeping god. It's a sleeping god. So I could waffle on and on and on, but we'll just play the game and you shall see for yourself. So we'll go with this empty slot, and like it says, there's Boston, 1924. Edward Pierce, veteran of the First World War, drowns his memories in liquor and sleeping pills. He is now a private detective who has trouble finding a case able to lift him from his torpor. Pierce must find a new case quickly or risk losing his license. Who do I interact? Or is that a case of... Right, there we go. Who's Dirk? Must be something in here. Ah, Torchy. Alright. This E. Of course it's E. A hurricane lamp. Now what you also have to understand is a lot of H.P. Lovecraft stuff, it's hidden in the... I thought that was a person down there, Jesus Christ. It's hidden in the details, and it'll be hidden away from the rest of the world because everyone will be mad. Anyone that was doing anything or that seen these things as quite clearly mad, kind of things like that. Well, now we've got some bolt cutters. They'll come in handy. Make sure there's nothing else, and yeah. So let's see. Aha! And then it'll be, yep, of course, it's going to be E for everything. What the hell do I need to do? So one of the other things about the mythos is the wording is way beyond someone who is quite as simple as myself. Reading H.P. Lovecraft is a bit of an arduous task because his English is obviously very, very advanced. Basically uses big words, and I understand big words, but in confusing ways it just that throws me out.
What a putrid offering.
They tried. I mean, it is all rotten. Is this meant to be a... Yes, it is. It's a killer whale.
Don't fight. You have been chosen.
How the... Alright, it's shift. Okay.
Behold. Everything has already been written. But perhaps you will attempt to change your destiny.
Oh, you drank it, arsehole. Right, let's just go and have a look around everything.
Wentworth Agency doesn't attract top-notch cases. I used to be an avid reader.
Aye, that's that lamb, but...
The Lost Battalion. Holding your position and obeying orders. That isn't courage. Been too long since I've slept in a bed. I wonder why I still take these things.
When I returned from the war, they swore that they would put an end to the nightmares, but for a while now, their effects have been wearing off. Okay. A lot of these stories also are from people that are already kind of struggling or deranged or interested in the macabre or just obscure things. So obviously things like that, people like that will be attracted to these obscure and oblique things. So the stories just kind of fall
Married woman
themselves.
runs off with her girlfriend. The husband couldn't understand it.
I can't open it. Oh, it's case closed. Oh, I've not been known for my intelligence.
A good old story of blackmail in a speakeasy.
Our owner who hired me didn't like the way I closed the case, but when you're already outside the law, there's not a lot one can do against a private detective who's got proof against you. Yeah, fair enough. It's kind of one of those games, just every little bit you can find, have a wee look.
Natural sciences, linguistics, archaeology.
What the hell are you doing with all this? Now, I will admit, I did play this game once before. Could have done that at the start. I did play this game once before on, I think I had it on the PlayStation 4. I am not answering you just now, I am talking. And I finished it there. This is also a game that has a couple of different endings. So now I know how one of the endings goes, but we'll see what I get in this one.
I should get rid of all this stuff. Been a while since I jotted down something other than my nightmares.
Excuse me. Doctor can well repeat to me that I no longer need my remedy. Despite treatment, I can hear voices in my dreams, but they're different, unknown. They seem to surface from unfathomable and ancient depths. What nameless creature is calling me? See what I mean? Like, this just, it comes so far out of left field. Pierce, what have we got? What the Huh? Was this always here? Sanity? Oh, Jesus Christ. Oh, my God. I don't remember this bit. And the menus are going. Muse? I know Argon. Argoni? Oh Christ, I don't even have that yet. He's one of the few survivors of the Lost Battalion, American units that suffered heavy losses from enemy and allied artillery fire. Forced to hold a position for several days, surrounded by the bodies of their fallen comrades, without food or medical supplies. The soldiers were considered as lost by their fellow countrymen. Pierce is traumatised by these events. He consumes sleeping pills and liquor to ward off the nightmares that haunt him. Okay. And then skills. 4 CP, 6 CP, 2 CP. Investigating talents, improve their skills. Oh Jesus Christ, I'm in over my head. Right, I don't know anyone yet, but places I've got my agency. For the occult, obviously you can see you get that. Clues, we've got nothing yet. And then in my inventory I've got my lighter. That engraved in memory of the 77th Infantry Division and the men of the Lost Battalion who fell. Sorry, when I said 77th there, my brain just shut down. It went on go slow. Whiskey. There you go. This will affect your destiny. So it's like, kind of like a butterfly effect game, if you will. Right, I'll answer the damn phone.
I'm listening. That's correct.
Hello, Mr. Pierce. I'm Lucy Sherifield, in charge of investigators over at Wentworth. I'm calling because of a problem with your file. A fire has destroyed some of our documents.
Is that right?
I'm so very sorry, but I have to collect your personal information yet again.
Oh, that's where this comes in. Gotcha. Right. So I think I might want one there. Do I want to just dump it all into spot hidden? Because eloquent. See, I would need 4 to get that up to level 3, which would be good. Strength. Investigation. I mean, that wouldn't be bad to get up. Psychology. I need 4. So what have I got? I've got 6. 4 there. 4 there. 2 there. So I could get. I've got that up to there. I could get that up to there, and I could get medicine up to level 2. That should hopefully make things pretty. I hope. We'll see. We'll see how that plays out. Occultism, that doesn't come in until a bit later, and hopefully I should get levels better. Yeah, let's go for it.
Thank you for this information, Mr. Pierce. Our files will soon be up to date. And on a related matter, may I raise a sensitive question?
What's wrong?
As you know, we wish to closely monitor the progress of our contractors. And it would seem you've been accepting fewer new cases.
Work is scarce.
Mr. Pierce, you know as well as I do, there's never been more investigative work than now.
But are those cases worth it?
They're worth not losing the license. Show yourself worthy of the Wentworth Detective Agency, and we might keep you on the payroll. Mr. Pierce, are you...
I'm coming.
Sir, I came here on the advice of a person whom I hold in high esteem. and I must say that I expected anything but a drunkard's lair.
You're free to leave anytime, sir.
Do you know to whom you speak?
Stephen Webster, industrialist and art collector. All of Boston knows you.
Tell me, Mr. Pierce, are you capable of handling a new case, or are you simply a deadbeat inebriate?
If you come to me, it means you're desperate.
Nobody believes me. They take me for an old fool. Sarah, my little girl, she is dead. Even you must know of her. She was Sarah Hawkins.
The painter? Yes. Everyone knows her work.
The police accuse her of killing her family. They all died in a fire. Sarah, her husband, and Simon, my grandson.
I can't do anything for a woman who is already dead.
Find out the truth. They say she was mad, but I know that's a lie. She would never have done such a thing.
But if you have no proof...
I've brought all that I have. Look. I want you to look carefully at this painting. Tell me all the assumptions that come to mind.
What am I supposed to find?
Tell me if this is the work of madness. Or if, on the contrary, you manage to detect some logic, a rationality to follow so that I may understand it.
Is that all you want from me?
Yes, please.
All right. I'll look at your picture. That's all you've got? A painting?
I placed a file on your desk. It contains everything I have on the affair.
Press J for journal. Right. Alright, so this is basically to do those two, knowledge. Okay, I don't know why I'm in here then. Right, now we'll go over here. Let's have a look-see.
A warehouse on Darkwater. Some sketches of the Hawkins family. Rather thin.
Yeah, so that is a common thread in a lot of H.P. Lovecraft's characters, main characters, side characters, minor characters. There's always an element of, is it madness or is it real? And then obviously it's entirely up to your own discretion. A lot of what you'll find is a lot of your science fiction and horror, because this is the first recorded cosmic horror. Well, maybe not first recorded, but this is H.P. Lovecraft kind of brought about the whole cosmic horror idea of, there's horror that you can obviously see here, and then there is the horror that's out in the wider universe. Like I said, Cthulhu is an elder god. It is part of a pantheon of gods. So take that for how it is. Anyway, right, we've had a look into this. Let's have a look at this. Oh.
What's this symbol on the man's chest? It's as if Sarah Hawkins breathed a message into it.
So, Mr. Pierce, what do you make of these elements?
So then you have all the options that you can go with. So
Darkwater. Never heard of the place. Where is that?
It's a small, remote island off the coast of Boston. Sarah lived there with her son and her husband.
I suppose you want to ship me off there.
Darkwater holds the secret regarding my daughter, Mr. Pierce. You must uncover it.
So because of the points we put in, we can then also do that. We could do this, or we can do that one. So what we'll do is,
The meaning could be exactly as it appears. I think your daughter is sending you a message.
That's what I believe, too. It was 3 months ago that I received the call from the police telling me of my daughter's death. And yet a short while after, this painting was delivered to my home. The painting is linked to this case, can't you see? You must find the meaning behind all this.
So that's fine. And then we'll go down to
Her
here.
husband was a big deal on the island. These are sticking to the accident theory. Though they mentioned Sarah's mental state was fragile. I believe you are right, sir. This case is not as simple as it appears.
I am aware of that. I believe there is more to this case than just an accident.
And then finally we'll go to this bit, because I don't really care about that.
The sender's label mentions Warehouse 36.
That's right. It came with Sarah's last painting.
And you think your daughter could have been the sender?
That is what you must find out. Go to Darkwater. Find Warehouse 36.
You
We'll
must
just go
tell
for
me
this.
if what the police suggest about the mental state of your daughter is true.
No. Sarah had visions. Everyone knew that. She never would have hurt a fly. She only thought she saw things.
Saw things? What do you mean by that?
I never knew what she meant by that. My daughter was an enigmatic figure, Mr. Pierce. You must find out the truth about her life and death.
What you can also find out as well through a lot of characters in H.P. Lovecraft stories is no matter how high up in status they are, they're very pushy. And it becomes, you kind of get suspicious of them right from the start. Why are you pushing so hard? I can't remember if he is actually trying to push us hard or not, but you'd end up starting to think that about everyone in any level. Why are you pushing so hard on this? Whereas it could just be pure ignorance, or just pure blasé, couldn't give a flying fuck. But you don't trust anyone.
I think I'm beginning to understand.
I'm willing to do anything for my daughter to recover her honor.
Quiet down. I'm on your side. Let's sum things up. An artist dies with her family in a house fire. Your only clue is a sort of promontory painting sent from Darkwater right before her death.
Correct. And the rumors about her supposed folly.
Which you don't totally deny.
Find that warehouse. Find out the truth regarding Sarah Hawkins' death. You will be handsomely compensated.
All right. I'll take the case. I'll go to Darkwater and look into the death of your daughter.
Thank you, Mr. Pierce. I didn't expect any less coming from a man in your situation.
Something's queer. But it's not like I have a choice.
See what I mean?
Darkwater. I think I've got a book on the North Atlantic. I'll no doubt find some information on this island in there.
That's what I mean. Literally, I wouldn't expect anything less from someone in your situation. He knows I'm desperate. He's came to me. It seemed like he was the desperate one at the start, but then it turns back and around and it's, well, actually, you need the money. I know you need the money. I know you'll do what I want. So there's that. A dense work aimed at interns and young practitioners. This first volume lists all the illnesses known to civil. Cool. J. Oh wait. Oh yay. That actually brought me up a little bit. Inhabitants. So now we have Stephen Webster, the businessman. He is ready to do anything to prove his daughter was not mad. Hawkins' local celebrity Darkwater. He makes her embarrassed. The child named Simon live a very secretive life. Surprise us with the boss in the area is known for a party going truthful. Only a father Stephen has truth. And then, only son of Sarah and Charles Hawkins, he died in the fire that claimed his whole family. That's horrible and sad. And then into the occult, we have this image. So let's have a look at clues. So we have everything that we've got about the fire, and we have this image. Now, who is this and who is this? And obviously this is the character that we've seen in our dream. in our inventory. We've got knowledge. So that's obviously, I think that then went to our, oh, no, sorry. I think that actually gave us a tiny bit into medicine. Because everything's kind of rounded to like 40, 20, but that's at 22. So I think that actually gave us a little bit. Nice. Anyway, right. Is there anywhere else we could have a look?
Natural sciences,
Yep.
linguistics, archaeology. I should get rid of all
Nah,
this
it's
stuff.
all going to be the same stuff. I wondered if it might change it up since I've had a bit of progress. Right, let's go. I forgot to look for the damn book. Bugger. Oh well.
We're almost there. Stay on board. There's guys coming to unload. Welcome to Darkwater Island, Mr. Pierce.
Why, thank you, Captain Fitzroy.
So, what wind brought you?
Does the Hawkins case mean anything to you?
A sad story that we would all prefer to forget. Charles Hawkins may have been a landlubber, but was a good man.
And his wife, Sarah Hawkins.
A nice young woman, and a great painter. What a tragedy. You know what? Go have a drink at the Stranded Whale. What you need is a good pick-me-up. Mitchell may not be very welcoming, but his bar holds a surprise for you. As for me, you'll find me at the Harbor Master's office. If it's the Hawkins family that brings you here, I have a pile of documents that should interest you.
Understood. I'm going for a look around the docks.
Right. So we've got all these things. Go to the bar, talk to Bradley and talk to Fitzroy. Those are all the things that we could do. Skills, what have I got? How did I get one skill? How did I even get that? Right. I think what we might do is put another one into spot hidden. Darkwater places or docks at the entrance to the port of Darkwater. One still passes in front of the shell of the Scylla, the last whaling ship to have brought back a catch. Sailors wander the docks looking for some small job for the day. A gang of bootleggers has set itself up there and is gnawing away at the territory of Captain Fitzroy, the last sailor to own a boat capable of making the round trip between the island and mainland. Here the golden age of whale hunting is but a distant memory. So obviously this is set just after the whale oil no longer had any sway. So we'll come back out here, see if what we can find. Nope, can't talk to you. And we can't get back on the boat. Oh, you're fishing. Alright. Alright. Let's go for a little one there. This is obviously an investigation game, so.
Hey, Sullivan. Can't you go any faster?
You've seen how old this thing is. If we force it too much, we'll break everything.
The blood is just beginning to coagulate. It died a short time ago. Only a specialist would know what killed it.
That's no way to treat an omen. Oh, yeah?
The same goes for you, sir. Move along.
They seem to be very agitated about a dead animal.
You're telling me? These fools think that putting the whale back in the water will bring about the end of the world.
They're superstitious.
If only you knew. They only listen to Captain Fitzroy. But not always. And you? What brings you to our island?
I'm looking for this address. Warehouse 36, Darkwater Harbor.
I like you, so I'll be frank with you. Don't go near the place. Don't try to get in.
Why?
Because I told you so. Learn to accept some friendly advice. Now, please, allow me to do my job.
You don't put that beast back in the water, you shysters. You're crazy. They're cops. They can't understand. Damn stupid idiots.
So we can't get to that bit just yet.
That's no way to treat an omen.
Oh, we can't grab that yet. Oh, there we go.
Prohibition is just a joke around here. That suits me.
Oh yeah, prohibition times.
Mildreds don't scare me.
What did he call us just now?
I said you were a Bill.
Nothing for you here either.
Even
Beatheads.
a pox limping. You think we don't know what you're doing? Hidden
There's
in the
nothing for
fog?
you here either.
I'll shut up your big mouth
Beatheads.
once and for all.
Optimistic.
Hey, be careful. Let's get him another drink. Dry.
In my bar, we don't serve troublemakers.
Yet you served this man, and you can't say he's been on his best behavior.
He's a regular. It was you who provoked him by turning up with your mainland manner.
You mistake my manner. I ask nothing more than to become a regular as well. Which will be difficult if you refuse to serve me.
I hope you're less talkative when you're drunk.
Try me.
We'll see.
You know where this place is? Warehouse 36, Darkwater Harbor.
The Hawkins warehouse. I see, yeah. If I were you, I wouldn't hang around there.
Why not?
First off, there are rumors. Sailors from around here say you can hear noises coming from the warehouse at night. Screams, that sort of thing.
Screams.
And that's not all. There's the fate of its owners and all the superstitions that go with it. But I'll say no more. Anything else?
The stranded whale. I guess this bar has been here a long time.
What can I tell you? I'm a nostalgic sort of guy. The name, it reminds us of the golden age of Darkwater, when our whalers left for long months and came back, sweating and stinking of the oil and flesh of the whales they'd been hunting.
It was a tough time, all the same.
Ah, but steeped in glory. We've never known such wealth since then.
It shows.
What can you tell me about it?
We all knew she was famous on the mainland for her paintings. Never understood why. Then, I don't want to speak ill of the dead.
Her vision. Was it so terrible?
Way I see it, the truth is really a question of point of view.
What do you mean by that?
Do you still trust the truth after a bottle of whiskey?
Her style made her famous. How would you describe it? Tortured?
Yeah. Well, it wasn't normal. I mean, for a young woman with a child and all that. We saw them in the papers and we said to ourselves, who can paint such things? Is that how she sees the world?
So they made you feel uncomfortable?
You need to see them for yourself. Make up your own mind.
Fair dues.
I've got what I need.
Anything else?
I didn't expect to find alcohol on this island. What's the source of this miracle?
You mean who? Our source of supply wouldn't like me to betray them to the first comer.
I'll tell nobody.
She'd know it anyway. Anything else?
Captain Fitzroy told me about a little pick-me-up.
You want a drink?
Think I'll play the trying to curb my
I wouldn't
anxiety.
say no to a glass.
Try this.
I don't think I did this the first time, so this might change the outcome.
I think we'll get along well.
Yep, thought so.
That'll be all for now.
So I wonder if that, because of me being in a state of semi-drunkenness, will that then keep me somewhat aware as opposed to being easily led?
The miraculous catch. Apparently, the most significant event of the last 80 years.
The sight of the unbelievable catch the brave vessel had made on board, of a size that went beyond that of the formidable toothed whales. The cetacean that was already called a miraculous catch covered the whole deck, and parts of it were hanging over the side of the ship. The surviving sailors told a frightening account of the perilous catch, but also of its meat unmatched in its quality and plentiful nutritious benefits. There's no doubt that the immense size of this whale will allow numerous inhabitants of Darkwater to feed themselves, bringing an end to the famine from which part of the island was suffering. In a warehouse for rent, Mr. Marks is putting up his warehouse for rent from June. For fishing, workshop or storage, you can contact him via your favourite newspaper or visit him at the docks. and then special evening at the Stranded Whale. To celebrate the return of our break whalers, all the staff of the Stranded Whale invite you to an exceptional and free tasting event. Come with your family or with friends to taste the miraculous catch. Each person will leave with a bottle of oil, so don't hesitate. So obviously that is relevant.
Nightmares. Can hear things and voices whispering. Will follow its reader and appear at various locations, gifted with its own consciousness, until it finds a new reader.
So also one of the things that you will find in H.P. Lovecraft is a book very, very commonly found in a couple of his stories, and ironically the name of his anthology book is the Necronomicon. That's he's probably talking about. He will have either one part or both parts of the Necronomicon, which was famously written by the Arabian seer Al-Khazir or something like that's his name. I can't honestly remember. We'll have a little wander around here, see if there's anything to... Oh, so we can't go through there. Okay. Nothing exciting there. And how about in here? Will we have a word with you?
What you looking at, stranger?
The clientele is predominantly male.
Tell me something I don't know.
I meant nothing. I'm just wondering what a woman like you is doing in this flea trap.
And I'm wondering what could be going through the head of the chump who goes to disturb her. Let me drink, stranger.
Fair. Alright.
Do you like our song?
We're true sirens. We may not be pros, but we give it all we've got.
That's true. It's a reminder of the time when we were still fishing for whales off Darkwater Island.
What brought whaling to an end?
The whales, of course.
They all disappeared.
You exhausted the stocks.
You could say that, yes. There were fewer and fewer of them.
Until the last, the biggest.
One of the miraculous catch.
Exactly.
I've never heard this song before.
Only people from here know it. It tells the story of the miraculous catch.
I saw the newspaper clipping. You don't believe it, do you?
Watch what you say, young man.
That catch saved our island.
Ah. Where's the proof?
We're the proof. Without it, the whole of Darkwater would have died of hunger in 1847.
It's true. Everything happened just as it says in the newspaper report. Our grandparents tasted its flesh.
And it was delicious.
I bid you farewell, Gil.
Good night, stranger.
So long.
So obviously that's relevant.
You have no right to treat us like
This.
Charles Hawkins was a heavy drinker. And a debtor. Interesting.
Jesus Christ, $68. Alright, been there. Not really anything down there, so let's go up and speak to Mr. Fitzroy. Have a wee look around. See if there's anything to take our fancy. Not really. Anything in here? Ooh, what's this?
I wonder what Captain Fitzroy has got to say about this.
Clear, keep your men under control. You can't afford to provoke us. No need to answer this message. Just make sure your payment is carrier. Ah. That'll be the bootleggers, undoubtedly.
Broken. This place seems half abandoned. A souvenir from a more prosperous era. I guess this blackboard hasn't been wiped for more than 70 years. Fishing equipment. Huh. Could do with some rust remover.
And this is just a privy. Nothing exceptional in here.
The Scylla. It finished up beached at the entrance to the harbor.
So obviously you can see I'm just going over every little nook and cranny I can find. Just every little piece of evidence you might think of. Hey! So now I've got that. So what are we up to? 24, so we're getting 2% per book. Nice.
This man and Fitzroy could be twins.
Here's a wooden leg. I wonder if that'll be relevant. Nothing in there, and then...
What a macabre souvenir.
Oh, it's his wooden leg. Yeah, people are weird. I've poked about in your stuff for long enough. Let's have a conversation.
I brought out the Charles Hawkins cargo manifests. They're on the table next to you. But in truth, you're likely to be disappointed. When you're done, come join me on the deck.
These manifests are signed by Charles Hawkins. That's all I'll get from them.
From here, I see everything that goes on in the harbor. The hard-working lives of my sailors, the fights at the stranded whale. Even the antics of these wharf rats don't escape me.
It's you who lays down the law around here.
Oh, I wouldn't go that far. I'm just the last serving captain on Darkwater. Tell me what I can do to help you.
Your manifests have been blacked out. They're totally unreadable.
Yeah, I saw that. I've got no idea who did it or why. I don't remember having countersigned anything special enough for someone to hide it.
And why obliterate the dates, as well as the goods stored in the warehouse?
You mean that the dates have some meaning?
I'm surprised Charles Hawkins had goods to store, knowing that whaling stopped in 1847.
I see that you're interested in the history of our island. Indeed, maritime activities ceased altogether at the end of the last century. I imagine that the Hawkins family had other types of contracts.
But you don't know with whom?
No, it was none of my business.
I found a threatening letter, signed by a certain cat.
What? I don't mind you visiting my harbor master's office, but I'd prefer if you didn't go through my affairs.
Are you being blackmailed?
Not exactly, no. That shyster wants to make us pay protection money.
With any success?
I wouldn't say that, but she terrifies my men as much as her own.
Can you not do anything to stop her?
Don't you worry about that.
Fair enough.
I was looking at your photograph. One of the man in front of the boat.
Ah, yes, I can see the one you're talking about.
Interesting resemblance. I thought it was you, but with a wooden leg.
And for good reason. That's my father in the photograph.
Your father?
John Fitzroy, captain of the Scylla. His wooden leg is here. You can go and see it if you're interested.
Morbid, but hey ho.
I'm just back from the wharves. The dead killer whale is unsettling the sailors.
Ah, yes. Us men of the sea are superstitious folk.
Killer whales don't have many known predators.
That's true. And normally, they're not found around here. But, you're gonna take me for a fool.
Give it a try.
Have you heard about the depths? Trenches that plunge into the earth, and that shelter creatures unlike any other.
You're talking about mythology.
Indeed, you're right.
The police took the decision to put the killer whale back into the sea.
You've got to understand them. They didn't know what to do with it.
I think that was a mistake. Who says that whatever caused those wounds is no longer in these waters?
You think we should have kept it?
To look into the real cause of its death, at least. The miraculous catch. Is it a local legend?
Not at all. It's an episode from our glorious past. Go read the story of the sailor's return to Darkwater Harbor. It's displayed on a wall of the stranded whale.
Yep, already did that.
I'm looking for Warehouse 36. You know where it is?
Look, it's right there. The warehouse is opposite the jetty. You can't miss it.
Understood.
You know who the building belongs to, don't you?
It belonged to the Hawkins family.
Precisely. Ship owners from father to son.
I think that somebody here wanted me to search this warehouse. I shall be on my way.
So come back and see me when you've got something new.
I've got a CP. Where was I putting them? Was it that one? Yes, it was. Another one in there. So I've got a 50% chance. Right. So that's and skills. How's my sanity doing? So inhabitants, now we have Roy Mitchell. And then obviously our captain. In places we've now got the stranded whale, and for the occult we have this miraculous catch that's suddenly coming up as occult. And for clues, for this in chapter 2 we've got the miraculous catch, extortion letter, this picture, and the manifestos. Or manifests, sorry. Let's have a wee look around.
You saw what happened with those sailors. Don't hang around here unless you want trouble with the bootleggers.
I've seen the kind of messages their boss sends. You're not scared of her.
Of course I am. Everyone's scared of that woman. She's not interested in small fry like me. You, on the other hand, nose around too much, you'll have dealings with her.
This warehouse looks abandoned. Why does it interest them so much?
No doubt a question of territory, but I ain't asking. You want to know more, go ask the captain.
Good. Thank you. I shall take my leave. A handle. It must come from these old winches. It looks like there's a way in under this grate. This ratchet device seems to be usable.
Nice, nice, nice. Ah.
I could use this old...
Oh, sorry. So I'm missing something. Oh.
It should be possible to mount this cogwheel on the winch. Looks like everything is in its place. All I have to do is turn this handle.
Right, so I've got that open, but I'm maybe gonna go and have a look. Because obviously they got out my road. So there might be other things I can go and see and find.
Something real bad.
What could have done so much damage?
You can't understand. You're not sailors. It's a sign. There's something coming.
Where do you think you're going?
Who are these others so interested in the warehouse?
And why would I tell you?
We'll see if we
You
can
and
do
I
this.
are on the same side of the law.
Oh, yeah?
You don't want to know the truth behind this case.
Are you saying our work was not up to snuff? Forget it.
So that didn't work.
Thank you for your valuable help.
Okay, sir.
How have you been an arsehole and then you're really nice at the end? What the fuck? Are you two okay? Nope.
Damnation. I broke it. It's no use. The padlock won't give.
Damn. Well, this is strange. St. Brendan the Navigator.
St. Brendan, patron saint of sailors and travelers. Desecrated. I can't even say which language it's written in.
See, that's why you go and you have a wee wander around the place. See if there's anything else unique and interesting.
It's no use. The padlock won't give.
You know what all I have to do then is just get Sam to come back and smash it off with. You talking? Yep. How about you guys? Yep, you all talk.
You live here?
Why did you do that, huh?
We saw what you did to St. Brendan.
Yeah, we'll teach you to come onto our island and ridicule our protectors.
I respect your beliefs.
Our beliefs? You mean you don't believe in God?
That's irrelevant.
That's what you think.
There's you, our beloved statue, and then those two bozos behind us. Wait, now that I think about it, it's got to be them. There's one of them who's always going back and forth to the statue.
Quieter. That's all we need for them to hear us.
What brings you to Darkwater?
The two guys behind you. What are they guarding?
The bootleggers. Scum.
They're protecting their territory. From whom, I wonder?
They really don't have a choice anyway. They're more scared of Cat than an attack by drunken sailors.
If only they would kill each other.
Is it Cat who's shaking down Captain Fitzroy?
Oh, hold on just a minute. We didn't tell you a thing.
Nothing at all.
That statue represents your local saint.
What do you mean by local, exactly?
You wouldn't be looking down at us, like all townspeople do.
St. Brendan. He protected whalers and fishermen like us. Till those assholes defaced him.
Peculiar house.
Yeah, that's where we live. Our boat.
It's not because it doesn't float anymore that we're going to abandon it.
Isn't it a bit early for alcohol?
We got nothing better to do anyway. Not much work around here.
Fitzroy gives us a few chores every now and again, but since the whaling station shut down, ain't a lot of jobs left around here.
So we drink.
Fair enough.
I've taken enough of your time.
I'll see you later.
And let's go and talk to these happy-looking gentlemen.
No idea. You bet. What's with you wandering around here like a hungry dog?
We saw you talking to the two soaks. Go die of thirst, the lot of you. You'll stink less.
I've got to enter the Hawkins warehouse. I guess it's gonna be complicated.
No, it's very simple, in fact. Fuck off.
I don't give a damn about your racket. I just want to get into this warehouse.
And we don't give a damn about you. Whatever your reason for wanting inside, there's nothing we can do for you.
I went to see the statue of St. Brendan.
What makes you think we did it?
We're bootleggers, not savages.
Who do you think defaced the statue?
What do I know? They could have done it by themselves.
The sailors.
Who else, in your opinion? And who's interested?
Cat. She's your boss.
What? You listen through keyholes?
She's the boss, yeah. She says who goes in or not.
Shut up, you dummy. You wanted to know that you also talk too much.
You must be quite intimidating if she can make two men like you tremble.
She redid the smile at the last one who wanted to get in.
I hope he had a good dentist.
No, you don't understand. She really cut him a new smile.
But he only smiles with the left cheek.
So, who are you?
Are you stupid or are you doing it on purpose?
Everybody knows us on Darkwater.
I've just arrived.
Let's just say we're standing guard for the owner of the site. And we let no one enter her property.
I bid you gentlemen farewell.
How could you be dumb enough to leave the entrance to the warehouses unguarded?
Keep your voice down.
Why not go and shout at the cat while you're at it? I don't want to end up with her little knife under my throat.
It's a stiletto, you idiot. And with that smell on your breath, I don't give you much chance anyway.
I think we've got about as much as we can out here, so let's go down that little trackway that we found. Buggery, press the wrong one. Oh, it's very... This stuff's horrible.
Smoke. It's coming from this oil. Smells harmless, but I beware of psychotropic effects.
It looks like we're going swimming, boys. Well, this is gonna go bad. Yep.
This is primitive.
My sanity's taking a hit. While investigating the Hawkins warehouse, Pierce enters a partly submerged tunnel that ran under the docks. There, something took hold of his arm and tried to drag him beneath the surface. Drowning, the detective caught glimpses of human and animal bodies as well as an underground city. Pierce managed to make it back to the surface to discover that rather than tentacles, it was seaweed that had wrapped itself around his arm. The vision, nevertheless, disturbed him by its clarity and its violence. So our sanity still sits at stable. Confident in your abilities and your Cartesian mind? I'm going to say that's right. You conduct your investigation by sticking to the facts, your convictions and your perception of reality. Your conclusions are logical and reliable. So obviously, as that is a thing, you'll find that as you go through the game, depending on choices, that might become unstable. Knowledge. Oh, that just gives that. Occult. Right, so that didn't make a difference. Okay. Okay.
Oh, this place stinks. What is the connection between this place and the Sarah Hawkins case?
Although they're usually sparse, there's usually a reason. Oh, jump.
What happened here?
Yep, it would be that.
What is this picture of Charles and Sarah Hawkins doing here? Is this one of Sarah Hawkins' paintings?
There's more in here.
It smells as bad as it looks.
Oh, that's entrails of some form.
Who has enough money to buy painkillers, but stays in a place like this? Can't sleep. I know how that feels.
Oh, this is what we're looking for.
Le Petit Parisien. Who might keep a news clipping about Sarah Hawkins?
Right, how's my journal look? Oh, I got 2. Hey. Alright, so this and this cannot be improved by putting points in. I can only improve it by finding books. Okay, that makes that a lot easier. We'll put more into hidden spot because I want to find more clues. Sanity's still the same. And what clues have we got? Yes, we've got this. The Hawkins warehouse. Officially unused since Charles Hawkins' death, this warehouse recently housed a clandestine residence. Signs of life attest to the fact that the presence of blood-stained bandages must also be noted, probably removed from a wound, as well as pills, painkillers and sleeping pills. Moreover, the occupant seems to be obsessed with Sarah Hawkins, as attested by the presence of several documents connected to the artist's life, photograph, press cutting. But it is the discovery of a partly charred painting, recognised by Officer Bradley as having come from the Hawkins mansion, that allows all doubts to be lifted as to the link between the contents of this building and the Hawkins case. Right. Yeah. It is a dank and dour place, like.
Someone has settled in here.
And whoever it is has something to tell me about the Hawkins case. Is there anyone in there? You! Don't move! You again. I told you to stay away from this warehouse.
You seem like a competent officer. Should help each other.
You're trying to manipulate me, Mr. Pierce. I hate to be taken for a fool.
All right, Inspector Lestrade. Let me take a more direct approach. Can you explain what this painting is doing here?
This strange portrait. Wait, I know it. It was in the Hawkins mansion when we came to investigate the fire.
So you confirm that it was removed from the crime scene? Interesting. I'd like to go and see the mansion now.
Of course. Want to go back along his trail? I'd like to understand how this painting made it to here. Come on. My car's parked down the way. Andrews, would you please shut the door? And open your eyes, damn it. This guy went right under your nose. God damn it. Her again. This case has nothing to do with you, Baker. Clear the passage or I'll shut you up for obstruction.
Officer Bradley, you've finally grown a pair. Too bad you're too fat to see them down there.
Why you?
Come on, keep the smile. You don't want to force me to widen it.
Okay, I get it. Can we go to the mansion now?
Who the hell are you? What were you doing on my turf? I've got my eye on you. We'll meet again.
Oh, I don't doubt it.
Is it far, this mansion?
Look behind you, at the top of the ridge. You see the building? That's the Hawkins mansion. Come on, we got some driving to do.
Just no point in this. Does any of this look nice? It all looks horrible and dreary. The quietest keys I've ever heard.
Well, here we are, Hawkins mansion. The place has been abandoned since the fire. There's only old Winchester in his hut.
You're the one who looked after the Hawkins case.
Don't think I was trying to hide it. It's just that this discovery shakes my convictions.
That's why you're so keen to find out who removed the painting from the mansion.
Yes. If something escaped us, or if there's been a law enforcement error, then it's up to the police to make good its mistake. Anything else?
An upstanding police officer. Fantastic.
I see no scorched trees or fire damage on it.
You're pretty damn observant, ain't you? The fire was quickly contained. Old Silas acted as soon as he could.
Not soon enough to save the Hawkins.
They were trapped in the drawing room. And don't go troubling Silas anymore. Guilt torments him enough as it is. Are we gonna take a closer look at this mansion, or do you have other questions?
Of course I've got other questions, see? I've got unlocked things here.
He's clearly not doing any gardening.
You know, Silas Winchester has been working for the Hawkins family as far back as I can remember. Charles was like a son to him. Day of the fire, he lost his whole family. So he's got nowhere to go. And, as you'll see, in a way he's still watching over them. Is there anything else you want to ask me? Or do you want to go up there?
I prefer to be prepared. There's going to be trouble.
Wise attitude. But apart from old Silas and some rotten floorboards, nothing to worry about.
Could he be a problem?
Strictly speaking, he ain't dangerous. Since the tragedy, he's been a little touched. Though, he's a remarkably sturdy man, given his age. True force of nature.
A sad old man doesn't worry me.
Gee, if you don't want to listen to my advice, we might as well go. Right?
Night falls quickly here, and I want to be able to see when we arrive.
I'll go with you, if only to reassure Silas.
Yeah, sounds like a good idea.
Why not? You can help.
Right. Let's go.
So, Jay, what we got? So, inhabitants, got Officer Bradley. Right, and then places were at the mansion. Oh, it's you. Now we can oversee it. It does not appear. Oh, found something. Small wooden whale. I'm gonna get
recently fallen. It's as if all life has abandoned the place. Sturdy and well sharpened.
Right, let's go where we were meant to. Probably lost them by now. What have we got here?
1693. This house is much older than it seems, but the architecture seems too recent.
Yeah, that's another thing with H.P. Lovecraft. Time can get a bit arsey. Nope, don't want to go that way. I want to go this way.
I'll have to find another entrance.
Birdies.
This entrance is still in use.
Whoa! Whoa! You are trying to force the door, you nosy prick!
Easy, sir, all right? Put down the axe.
You know what we do with rubble like you? We gut them. Dump them into the ocean.
Whoa! You're Mr. Winchester. Lower that axe. Let's talk calmly.
I'll show you how we have it out on Darkwater.
You haven't forgiven yourself. You stay here to honor the memory of the deceased.
That's true. I want no more violence. No more tragedy.
It's painful to be the last one left.
You don't know how right you are. Understood. I'm listening.
The police report describes a domestic accident. But Stephen Webster has several reasons to believe that this may not be the case.
Webster is as stubborn as an old mule. And I did tell him that we should let the dead rest in peace.
He wants to restore the reputation of his daughter. I just need to see where the fire started.
No, I can't let you in. The mansion isn't safe.
That's why you barricaded the entrance.
That's right.
And this door?
It's locked, and I make sure it stays that way.
No one lives in the mansion, and you don't take care of it anymore. If you have a good reason to be here, I'm listening.
There's vermin. I keep an eye out.
Vermin?
Yeah, that's it, vermin.
Right. This is what we're going to do. I go inside, and I promise that I'll hunt vermin. Okay with you?
I'm not sure.
If there's nothing else to fear, you can give me that key.
Right. Take the key and do what you have to do. Go on, then. Just to get rid of you.
Let's see what more I can learn from this mansion.
Well, that went better than I thought. Let's see what we can see down here. That's going to be a gateway.
This gate is locked.
Yeah. You'll find I'll just fan it about for a lot of this. Just to see. Because this is his little hut down here.
poor wretch seems to spend the best part of his time isolated from the world. Rather Spartan. The caretaker has simple tastes. I know a thing or two about solitude myself.
So it's not going to be that easy.
Bourbon. Empty, of course.
So what was the point in that? Okay. Oh, you came back.
Shall we enter?
No, because I wanted to see what was down the way you went. Sorry if I seem to be backtracking, but every little thing you can find can sometimes make the difference towards how this game goes. Why is the middle one all smashed? That's fine, that's fine. Why is this all smashed? Charles.
Charles Hawkins' grave. Who could have done this?
I told you. Silas Winchester is still watching over the Hawkins family.
I must say, it's pretty gloomy.
So, Detective, does this place inspire any thoughts?
Is the caretaker still around? Evidence here suggests he is.
It's surprising indeed. Let's try to keep our eyes open.
Why were they buried here?
I was given to believe that it was Charles Hawkins' wish.
Strange idea. I imagine Webster wasn't too pleased.
Mrs. Hawkins' father said that he's devastated.
Let's go to the mansion.
Please give me a minute. I didn't expect to set foot back here after the burial.
Poor kid.
A deranged individual would defile this sanctuary. Steal a burnt painting. I don't see Silas doing such a thing. Let alone allowing it.
The flowers on Sarah Hawkins' grave are fresh. The old caretaker must be very attached to her.
It's just sunlight, moonlight even.
Now that you finish your fun and games with Silas, we can perhaps inspect the mansion.
You're right. Let's go.
So, what have we got? Darkwater inhabitants. We spoke to Silas. Clues. And all we've got there's that. This we have. Oh, we got that. Oh, yeah. Sorry, I thought I saw some flashy there.
Let's take a look inside.
I'm with you.
No, you're not.
me. I know the place. Who left
So,
this light on?
with that, I think we will call it good. We'll end it there, and then we'll come back to this at another date. So I hope you've enjoyed this. I know this is going to be a substantially long one, but we'll get a long one for the first one, see how it goes, and then we'll probably just finish the game because I paid for it, I want to play it, I want to finish it. So hope to see you in the next video. Toodaloo for now.